Hey kids, welcome back to school. Before we get going with our world history class, I thought I would introduce myself to you. Some of you I have not even met yet. Some of you had me last year, but hopefully, even if you already know me, you will learn something new about your world history teacher, Miss O'Brien, today. So my name is Courtney O'Brien. I am going to be your world history teacher for the 2020-2021 school year. So for those of you who don't know, this is my third year teaching at Pinnacle High School. Normally I teach both American history and world history, but with what's going on this year, I will just be doing world history, which I am super excited about. I am also the head coach of the girls soccer team here. So if you're interested in playing, please let me know. I currently live in Denver, but I am not a native to Colorado. I actually grew up in Maine, which if you look at the map below, that red state, that is Maine. That is where I grew up, where my family still lives. But I absolutely love it out here in Denver. And probably one of the best decisions I ever made was moving to Colorado. This past summer, despite COVID going on, I was still able to do quite a bit of traveling, socially distanced, of course. My fiance Joe and I hit up a bunch of the national parks out here in Colorado and Utah. And I was also able to go see my college roommates back in Cape Cod, which that's us being a little silly on our bikes in the middle. In terms of my education growing up, I went to a high school called Thornton Academy in Saco, Maine, which is kind of ironic, Thornton Academy. Now we're in Thornton, Colorado. I did both my undergrad and graduate school and education at the University of New Hampshire. Go Wildcats. I got my bachelor's degree in history, and then I went back and got my master's degree in secondary education. And if you see up in the right corner, that person on the far right of the screen, that is me. I used to be jacked back in the day, not so much anymore, but I used to be on the rowing team at UNH, and we actually competed against CU Boulder a lot, so that was really cool. And then my first teaching job was at a school called Exeter High School in New Hampshire, and there I taught both American history and sociology, which was a lot of fun. In terms of my hobbies, I keep very busy when I am not at Pinnacle. Usually I'm running around. Running is my favorite all-time passion. This past year I trained for my first marathon. For those of you who don't know, a marathon is 26.2 miles. So I ran that all at once, and that's me with my medal on the left. I'm also very into cycling and triathlon. And when I'm not running, cycling, swimming around, I like to hike and camp and travel in general. And when I am at home, you'll usually find me chopping vegetables, cooking in the kitchen, reading a good book, watching some true crime documentaries, you know. And then my my people. So my fiance's name is Joe. That is him in the photos. We actually got engaged last December at Stonehenge, which that's the photo on the left right after. So this will be my last year as Miss O'Brien. I am supposed to get married next June. Fingers crossed that will still happen. But next year I will be going by Mrs. Holmes. So this is my last year as Miss O'Brien, but I promise I'll still respond to you if you call me that next year. And a little fun fact, Joe is actually from England. So yes, he does have a funny accent, and we spend a lot of time visiting his family over there. And then my family, who is all here in Maine, my dad, Robert, my mom, Christina, my younger sister, Sarah, and then my grandparents, Lawrence and Sandra. They are all back home in Maine. And so I try and go and visit them as much as I can. I miss having them around. They're pretty cool. So kids, in the meantime, don't forget to wear your masks. I am so excited to see you, to meet you, either at orientation or on the first day of school. Please stay healthy and safe. I am so excited to get back into things with you. So bring those beautiful smiling faces of yours into school next week. Take care.